Hi Taurus, welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive. Welcome to your love read for the second half of August 2022. Let's jump in. We're going to pull overarching energy for the big picture in love, and then we'll jump in with you and that other person. So let's take a look. I'm going to start with these here. So let's go ahead and start there. And let me put these aside and I'll pull these up a little bit later. All right, so let's take a look at what is coming up for you here. What does Taurus need to know most in their overarching energy for August 2022? New moon in Virgo, guys, on the 27th. All right, so new opportunities, especially for your sign. You could have a relationship at work. Okay, for some of you that could be the case. But it's all about focusing on new passions and new hobbies. A new way to do your work is coming through as well. So I don't know. I have to kind of say that there is focusing on your passions a lot too. Okay. And some of you might be dealing with financial institutions quite a bit. So it's like a new way that you're going to deal with them. All right. So let's take a look and see what wants to come through. Taurus, August 2022 regarding their love life. Okay. Let's take a look. What do we got? All right. So let me put this aside. I'll put this over here. And let's take a look. What do we get? Resolution. Interesting. Now you might have a relationship or situation where that you're actually getting some sort of maybe resolution in. Okay, so this could be you understand. It's almost like you know what I'm getting. It's like understanding your other person that you might be at odds with, and applying a lot more love. As much as you can. A lot more love. A lot more peace. And a lot more faith in the situation. It's kind of like what you would want in the situation, offer that up to them, because it's typically what they want as well, is what I'm getting. But there's some sort of resolution, okay? And it is about becoming, deepening and becoming becoming stronger in your alliances, deepening your alliances, okay? Some sort of resolution, okay? Seek love if that's what you're looking for, but make sure that you're being love, and pursue peace as much as you can, because resolution's coming into place. So we want you to look for the opportunity for peace. Now, it doesn't mean that you always do. It's just like right now, it's going to really serve you in a relationship and situation. Serve to focus on peace, because that's going to get you a lot closer to your goal on what it is that you want. All right. So seek to understand, and then of course through that process you can actually be understood. So interesting. Maybe meditate, guys, a little bit more. Meditate. Putting a matter to rest. I don't know. For some of you, an enemy can become a good. Someone that you might want to keep in your realm, and could become a good colleague for you. You guys, I don't know why that's coming up for some of you. Why does work always come up during this time? All right, so this is what's coming through. Let me take a look at what is coming through an accompanying card, and we'll see what might want to be added to this to give us a little bit more, even greater meaning. What do we get out of this? Go for your dreams. Wow. Wow, guys, no wonder I'm getting a work a little bit. It could be your love life too. For some of you, it's partnering up with someone and traveling. Maybe you met someone while you were on your travels. Maybe you want to go to Paris, or maybe someplace that's very romantic. It doesn't have to be there. It could be Italy, whatever the case, but this is what's coming through. Go for your dreams. It's just a very romantic, I think of romantic languages. I always think of French and Spanish is romantic too, but French and Italian. Anyway, this is what's coming through here. So go for your dreams. It wants you to find some sort of resolution in some situation, because I do get like two people kind of, arm in arm kind of coming together. It's like an alliance in some way, but you're getting some sort of resolution. All right. So, and it could be that you're traveling a lot as well. So let's take a look and see what's going on for you here. All right. So what's going on in the love life for Taurus? What do we have coming through here for Taurus? Where do we have? Wow. You could be going through some sort of healing. It could be that you're focused in on having faith, following your dreams, following your true north, or you've got an Aquarius on your mind. All right, you might have Aquarius in your chart, but I do get the star card. So a major arcana, guys, fabulous. It's a 17 card that reduces to an 8, and 8s are all about going through some sort of renewal, right? And that's what this card is about. It's feeding your body, mind, and soul. Be honest with yourself, balancing your energies, really just following your passion, and feeding your passion, feeding your emotions, feeding your kind of creating balance on things, better scheduling, just different things like that. So I think you're going through some sort of healing in a situation. Give me another card on that. It maybe that you got out of some sort of toxicity, because I get the Devil card in reverse. And this talks to me about Capricorn energy. So I feel that you might be doing the Capricorn, or you might be taking on this energy or feeling with this. You're letting go of any sort of toxic energy, and you're going through some sort of healing. All right. Now this could be just a cycle that you're going through, and it could be that a love situation had instigated it. So that could be the case too. All right. What's crossing you? What do we have here? Hierophant energy. Here you are. Taurus energy. What's crossing you is you. All right. This is like, hey, I want peace, right? This is about bringing peace to the situation. And that's, I think, why we got resolution. It's about finding peace in a situation, peace with you. Now, this could be not just a conflict with another person. It could be conflict within you, or even both, right? You're going to know how that fits for your journey, but it has to do with your life, right? It's giving meaning to life. There's a conflict in terms of, or obstacles in life, and this is about finding peace within that, and having the keys in order to find that. Now, this could be that you're seeking counsel from someone, a spiritual advisor in some way, or someone along the way that helps bring peace to some sort of adversity in a situation. Now, since this is a love read, I'm going to assume it might have to do with love, okay? But it's whatever the case may be, you're kind of releasing some sort of toxicity that could have been diluting your energy. And this is why I feel it's so important that you're clearing your energies, especially during this new moon, because that's when you start new beginnings, new things, and put out new intentions, right, and new goals. So I feel that in this situation, especially your love life, you could be healing from some sort of toxicity that you've experienced, or that you found within you, that you're working through. And I think you might be getting advice, from someone. And at the bottom of the deck, I've got the Leo energy, which is having the strength, right? Balancing out the light and the dark side. So for some of you, in terms of love, this is what I'm getting. Wow. Let me take a look at what is it that you need to focus in on in love. What is it that you need to focus in on in love? Okay. What do you need to focus on in love right now? Emotional contentment. It wants you to focus on this water energy. It wants you to focus on emotional contentment. Whatever's going to get you here, that's going to get you where you want to go in your love life. Okay, this is what I get. It's coming to fruition because it's a 9 card. All right, so you can kind of feel that this is being very happy in terms of where you're at, but this is about your search for meaning and your travels. And emotionally, what you need to focus in on is what's going to bring you satisfaction emotionally. And because it's coming up in your love read, that's what you need to focus in on your relationships. Yeah, especially if you're thinking about something. If you're thinking about, an offer, or giving or receiving an offer, this is contemplation, 4 of Cups. So it does want you to focus on contemplating your emotion. What brings you emotional satisfaction, Taurus? What brings that for you? Because this is what you need to focus in on. Let me pull another card for you here. Let's take a look at what this is. What do we got? Straightforwardness. Someone's ready to take a direct approach and be clear in their communication. Okay, so this could be you or another person, but I feel that I think once you balance things out emotionally, then there's a straightforwardness that comes into play. And what you need to focus in on is your communication and being straightforward, following your truth, and take a direct approach in a situation. Wow. All right, let's take a look at what is going to be your strengths in terms of your love life. What's going to be your strength? What do we get? Your strength is walking away from something emotionally that was unsatisfactory. It's like creating change. You needed to create change in something that gave you more balance, okay? So with this Emperor energy, that's Aries energy, but it has you walking away emotionally from something, and now garnering the balance and being that Emperor, taking on that energy, being a lot more stable and secure. So I think that you're listening to your body, and it's kind of like, and on my website I have this, like, the way you feel by, it's kind of like, you know where you're at. It's almost like by the way that the energy moves within you, right? So it's really about getting some sort of strong, solid, groundedness in terms of structuring in place regarding your emotions, because you could do it in your work, but this is different. This is love, right? Totally different. A totally different animal. But I do get you like kind of walking away from something emotionally that you put a lot of investment into, okay? And give me a card on this Eight of Cups. There was a change that was necessary to bring in balance, and you did that, okay? Let's take a look. What do we get? Yeah, you did your shadow work, guys. This is about facing your fears and your shadow side. I did this to clarify this. You had to walk away from something to create change, which that 8 card to bring in balance. That 8, on that side is balance, and it had to do with focusing on your darker side, so your shadow work. And so you need to focus in your shadow work, because that's what brings into what it is that you have both light and dark. You have hot and cold, all of that, and those are just the law of opposites. So they both exist. It's like, which one do you want to choose? And sometimes by looking at your dark side, you can kind of know what you want, right? And so for you, I feel it's balancing out emotions. What's in your near future in terms of love? What are we getting for Taurus? What do we got? Independence, happiness, gratitude, luxury, coming to fruition all here. Just moving forward with progress and confidence and success. Oh my gosh, Taurus, I'm so proud of you. We've got fire energy and earth energy coming through here. I feel that this is you taking on this energy and very, very confident in making progress. So this showing up in your love reading tells me you're making progress in terms of your love life, all right? And not to mention work too, of course, but it's coming to fruition, and you're birthing something new. You're having a wreath of success in terms of the progress that you're making within love, okay? And you're learning how to balance things out, Sagittarius energy. You're learning how to balance your emotions. You guys, just that alone is huge. It's huge, right? So let's take a look at this other person in terms of where they are at. We get the Page of Pentacles. They're on a brand. They could be delivering a message to you guys. I think they could be delivering a message to you. Page of Pentacles. They could have a little bit of earth in their chart, or they're delivering a message to you. Someone younger or new love. What's crossing you is the Gemini, okay? Gemini energy, the Lover's card, okay? So it could be a message that's coming through regarding love, all right? So tell me a little bit more about this card here in terms of this message of this Page of Pentacles, where this other person is at. What do we got? This is about making choices and getting rid of the illusion, getting rid of the fantasy and the illusion of the situation, and really focusing in on what's real for me, what emotionally is real for me, and without any, without all the, any sort of fantasy on it, what's practical and real. And this is about having faith of making the right choice. This person has options, and it's about making the right choice in their love life. And they're going within, the Hermit energy. Yeah. They're going within. They're going within in an introspection in what it is that they want. Okay. So they're being strong and shining the light on the inside as they look, on their world and think, what is it that I want? And this is them doing that. That's Virgo energy, but it's coming to fruition. So if you're wondering, like, how long is it going to take? It's like right there. It's like they're at this point, right? Yeah. Do I want, this is about coming together, in marriage, and this is partnership. This is some sort of, it could be maybe perhaps some sort of marriage, legacy, wealth, security, 10 card. This is about career, vocation, but it's also public recognition, right? And public life. What does this person want? Do they want they want to have a marriage? Is that what they're looking for as well? Again, I get a Magician card, Gemini energy coming through. Virgo energy as well, but it could be that perhaps that this person is focused on has all the tools to create what it is that they want. So if they want marriage in their life, they're ready for it. It's about making that decision. So they're just going through some introspection right now, okay? What they need to focus in on, they got the Strength card. Kind of just like you. It's funny, it was at the bottom of the deck and it shows up on their position of what they need to focus in on. They need to focus in on their strength to overcome the beast within, okay? Whatever's been holding them back, light or dark side, and being able to balance that, like this primal urges within, it's kind of like that. So being able to do that. And this is the Knight of Swords, being very curious and energetic, but this is saying, it's that way, but it's a little hasty. So this person is being asked not to be too hasty, to move too quickly, and in terms of looking at something from one way. So they could be imprisoned in their one way of thinking. So this is saying, have the strength, take the time to create change, and don't be, don't be forced or feel like you have to move too fast, because it's going to block this person at looking at one way of thinking. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy is coming through. Okay, so their strength in terms of moving forward is the Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. It's the strength that they're showing in. That's motherly energy that they're taking in, and then being able to balance their situation. So it could be that their strength is the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. They could be an earth sign, or they find you as being a part of their strength, and they're saying, can I balance this, right? It's about being flexible and being able to be adaptable. Can I do that? I would have to break the change of an old way of being, and this would be to get rid of any sort of anxiety of the past. So let's take a look. Yeah, I think this person's going to balance things out, because I get the Justice card. A lot of major arcana on this person's side, by the way. You guys, huge, but they're going through some sort of shift, okay? Big shift is taking place. Justice wants to balance things out, Libra energy. So if you're dealing with someone and perhaps maybe things have been unfair, this person is focusing on bringing some sort of justice to a situation. And let me pull something on this Justice card in the near future. Let's just take a look what we get. What is this? Divine intervention. I feel like there's a karmic cycle here. I wouldn't be surprised if I see the Wheel of Fortune pop out. But this is, the universe is going to assure this follows a divine path. And you may have seen this, guys, in my previous reads. So do check them out. I do check out the other reads, even your moon rising and your Venus signs. But this is saying is that the divine path, there's a divine timing that is at play here, okay? There's a divine timing. What I'm going to find out is we're going to find out a little bit more on this other person's side. I do want to find out if there's anything that might want to shine through, if they're on their light or dark side. Let's just take a look real quick. Let's just take a look on how they're feeling. What do we got? See, so this person might be a little bit in their shadow side or their light side, but see, like they feel at home with you is what the cards are talking about here. But sometimes they feel bad about, I get, you make me feel bad about myself sometimes, but wherever you are is home to me. Like they feel this strong, solid connection. I think they know that they have to level up in a way, in order to kind of be around you. Okay. And I think you're ready to let your guard down. And it says, I'm ready to let my guard down with you. So it looks like, Taurus, you might be ready to have some sort of conversation. Again, this resolution, which was, kind of came here, and you're going for your dreams, and this could be a love relationship, or it could be, something else, but it's going to call for you to have some sort of realization to move forward or release, and you're going to have a choice. The other card that I got here, I'm sorry for leaving you hanging. So maybe that you left someone hanging in some way, okay? But this is what I get that's coming through. Wow. Anything else that might want to shine through? Let's take a look. I'm curious about what these cards have to say. Let me pull one card for this other person on their side. Yeah, they're going through a change. They could be getting a new car as well, but they're at that point where they're right at the end of making the change. Just like I said, I didn't get a confirmation of change is already on right at the precipice of change. So it's kind of like, ooh, what's next, right? For you, you're putting an end to something, okay? You're putting an end to something, and this could be about an old way, that shadow work, guys, right? You're putting an end to something. It could have been a court case or a situation that you were at. Could have been some sort of court case that you were in. It has to do with your thinking. It's interesting. Even though we show the court case here, what this tells me also that it's a 3-card, third house. Third house has to do with your subconscious mind. So I have to bring that up in some way that remember that shadow work that we have done. I feel that now you're getting justice in the shadow work that you've done for yourself, right? And it has to do with relationships. So I'm reading this differently than I typically would, because it feels differently. It feels bringing balance and putting an end to an old way of being in terms of your approach to your subconscious and your communication with others in relationships. You're learning writing and speaking in some way, especially involving relationships, okay, is what I'm getting. Anything more for you, Taurus, on your side? What do we get? There's a sense of forgiveness, like forgiving yourself, right? And this person is about focused on being creative and confident in terms of creating change in their world. So I do get creativity and confidence. 3 card, again, their communication. Kind of like we spoke about your communication. The 3 card is communication. So they're trying to be creative in their communication to perhaps even move forward in terms of creating some sort of change, okay? This is what I get. And forgiveness, 9, 15 reducing to a 6. Yeah, this 6 is a new beginning. So this could be communicating forgiveness. Maybe you're having that with a connection with the divine on this, or you're sharing it with someone, okay? But I think this is something personal that you're going through, but it does affect your love life and some sort of connection. So what we're going to do is take this to an extended, and we'll find out what they haven't told you, what they want most long term, and what their intentions are. What you want most, what you haven't told them, in terms of your intentions. And then we'll find out what their next steps are, messages from both sides. The next steps, we'll find out the timing around that. And then we'll do oracle advice as well. We'll do a potential outcome as well as oracle advice. So if you want to join me, guys, click the link in the description box below. And guys, I look forward to seeing you next time, okay? Namaste.